This is going to be a year one survival guide for the Oxbow map in Medieval Dynasty. This is recorded live, so if you prefer, I'll have a link to the uncut video on the screen right here. But the goal of this video is to give you a good idea on how I would start my first year on the Oxbow in Medieval Dynasty. I hope you enjoy. But yeah, so basically when you spawn in this little medical camp, you can go do a quest, but before you do the quest, there's like this little secret hidden chest up here. And inside this chest, like there's a bronze axe, and you got some olive oil, some potions. So I try and grab all of these usually when I spawn. And I'm just gonna start the quest so we can get a little chest going. And this is kind of like the little tutorial. You gotta do some exercises, talk to the Castellan of the Valley. All right, let's not punch the table, please. We gotta get a couple stones. Yo, this is weird. It feels like it's been forever since I played this game. Also, I see on the poll, everybody decided I should steal. So it is done. We are going to be hoodlums. But now we gotta craft a stone knife. We gotta craft a torch, a wooden spear. And we'll equip our knife so we can skin the rooster. And then we got to practice throwing our spear just so we know our basic controls. And also, if you're trying to find out your controls and you don't know exactly where to go or what to do, you can go into your settings and keybinds and you'll find all your controls over here. But once you've done all that, you should have some food from skinning the rooster, and then you can go over here, light this campfire, cook a little bit of meat. As long as I don't do any like big flatbread or wooden vial craft sessions, we should be in business. At least that's my thoughts. All right, where's Setowin? I think it was inside the building. All right, Setowin, we've done what we needed to. This is definitely a game I've spent a lot of time learning and playing. And I really do like this map a lot. There's a lot more going on, it feels like, than the Valley map. And we talked to his right-hand man, Derwin. And he's gonna put some things for me in the chest next to Setowin's house. All right, so now that we've finished that, we're gonna do a little bit of stealing. So there's a couple places in Ostoya, that's the village we're in right now, where we can get a decent amount of money, which would be a good start. The first being the Castellan's house. So to give you like an idea of where we're at, like this is Setowin's house, is where you spawn. Literally the house next to it is the Castellan's house. And inside here, as long as nobody's around, we don't want to get caught, we can steal all of his stuff. He's got some figurines, some wine, some coins, jewelry boxes, and some wool. It's a pretty good haul, to be honest. There's a couple other places in the area where you might find some good stuff. Honestly, you could check all the houses, but if I remember correctly, the best things were in the Castellan's house, in Derwin's house over here. Just take everything. Trying to remember all the good places. I might just go through most of the houses and see what I can find. But first, let's pop one of these weight potions that we pulled out from the top of the medicine house and just start looting boxes. Make sure nobody's around like watching you when you're doing it, else you'll lose some reputation. So usually going into an empty house and just grabbing what they have works well. We got 650 coins. Now, if I do recall, I believe they changed the bag prices, so we may need a bit more money for bags. I believe the person that sells the bags is Unislava? No. The clothing lady, Emislava. This lady sells bags, but I believe they're a bit more expensive. The ones we want to get are the large pouch and the simple large backpack. We don't have enough money for the simple large, but we can buy the large pouch at least. This will give us 10 extra carry weight. And we can't really sell anything that we stole from this village. So we're gonna have to go sell it someplace else. We can sell the olive oil. Maybe the vial. Anything that may hold you down, like the stone. There's another other valuable item over here I think you can steal, but there's people around, so you may get caught. Which isn't the end of the world. Just kind of make sure they're not looking this way. Grab these shirts. Just in like a little wicker basket next to the door that exits Piastovia. We got 412 coins left. I think we're gonna go sell all this stuff. It's gonna cost a little bit of money. Yeah, we're gonna take the wagoner to Ostoya. It's the cheapest place to go. And we have a couple decent things we can sell over here. We could have probably stolen a bit more. But I'll probably just take things as I go. And on top of that, we may actually go find the last bag. We may not even need to buy the last bag. I think we'll walk home. Nemila. But see, now we can sell all the things that we stole. You just have to go to a different town and they'll buy them. So I'm going to sell most of the items that are red. The wine, the bottles, the dried figs, the vest, the planks. I'll probably keep the logs, sell the tunic, the bears, the hammers, the wool fabric, the other tunic. Oh, that's all the money she's got. But I think she also sells the simple large backpack. We could buy this. It is a little expensive, but I'm going to show you where you can just go pick one up. So I'm just going to go to this lady and sell everything else. So do I have a weapon? I have this axe right here. We'll be using this as our weapon for now. But if you see we're in Ostoya right now, there should be a cave somewhere around here. I think it's this cave. I'm going to set a waypoint over there, and we're going to go over there and see what we can find. If you pop a stamina potion, you'll have a little bit more stamina to go with. Actually, you can see the cave right there. It's straight ahead. And somewhere in this cave, we might find a little bit more loot. Hopefully no wolves. Sometimes, I think there's a quest in here that has wolves. But they may only be in here once the quest starts. We'll see. It's been a while since I've cleared this cave out. Is this the right cave? Yeah, this is the right cave. Eventually you're gonna hit like a little fork. And on the left side, this poor dead man right here. He just left a knife, a backpack, and a lodestone. I feel bad, but I mean, that's a 1,000 coin backpack. I'm gonna put that on. We'll remember you, Bagman. But now with the bags, we have a lot of carry weight. So we won't have to worry about being encumbered too much. And that was kind of the main first problem we want to get over. But we're gonna walk back. Save us a little bit of money. I'll be a little greedy. But I'm not gonna clear out every single building. I just hit the buildings that had the most valuable stuff in them. So you got the tunics, you got Mir God's house, you got Derwin's house. And sometimes you'll run into just loot laying on the ground by the road. So like right here, you got planks and wheat. What is this? A stone sickle. Kind of trash. 140 coins though, that's pretty good. And then continue. So make sure you keep an eye out on the sides of the roads. You'll see like little camps sometimes. Or like broken down carts, barrels. And they will often have just like extra loot inside of them. We could follow the road, but I think we're just gonna cut through. I might be missing some valuable carts or something. Uh-oh. Oh. And I'm dead, guys. Game over. There's also a cave to the east of Piastovia where you can like mine copper, tin, I think salt. But you need a pickaxe for that, so we can't do that right now. So on the other side of Piestovia, you have like all these fields, the stables. We talked to the little Wagoner guy right here, and he teleported us over to Ostoya. Just to give you an idea of where we're at now. There are a couple more things that I remembered that we can steal. So if you go into the stables right here, right next to the Wagoner, there's a chest in here. And inside here, you got like animal feed, apples, bags, carrots, manure, shovel. The bags are the more valuable items. And then sometimes I'll just check in these chests over here. You could steal these, but I may come back for these later. We're not really going to be doing any farming stuff. We mainly want to find valuables. And on the west side of Piestovia, I think there are a few more valuable items. I think it's inside the mill, the windmill right here. Oh, there's a guy right here. To be safe, let's come back. Let's not steal anything from this house yet. We don't want to lose any reputation if we can. We can take a bucket and a stick. No big deal. And I think this house may have a few items as well. Assuming there's nobody looking at us. Bronze shearing scissors, linen fabric. I'm gonna leave the stone. Too heavy and not valuable. Anything that's made out of metal, anything like bags, are the things you're looking for. Sticks and straw we're gonna be using relatively soon, so that's why I keep picking that up. Because we're gonna need that when we build our first house. Now, if there's anybody watching over here, I don't think there is. There's another bronze axe right here. So I'll take the bronze axe. All right, there's somebody in here. Not gonna worry about it. How about here? Linen thread, simple bag. St. John's worts and some sticks. We'll take those. And then next to Mirror God's house, there's this little resource storage over here. And I think sometimes there might be, yeah, there's a copper axe in here, a wooden hammer. Take the logs, the planks, the sticks. I think that's everything we're gonna take for now. Lastly, that chest that we interacted with earlier during the tutorial, if you go back to that chest, you will have a load of loot in here. I wouldn't sell any of this. You'll probably want to use it. Realistically, I'm gonna leave all this here and we'll come back to it. But remember, you have a chest full of goodies that you can come back to when you need them. Are my characters getting a little hungry? So we'll start with the stolen food. We'll eat the apples, the carrots. The other food is actually kind of valuable, so we could sell those. But yeah, we'll start with the apples. And let's build a house. If you're starting, I recommend building near Piestovia, because Piestovia, I mean, you're going to be in between all of the villages if you build like somewhere around here. I really like this spot up here. We're going to build a road directly east. Oh, there's a wolf right there. All right, we need to be careful. Let's build a house like right here. And hopefully we can build it before it gets too dark, but I think it's going to be a little dark by the time we start. We're not going to build the higher tier houses. That's another option you can go with, like starting with stone houses. It'll take a lot longer. I mean, a lot longer. It'll give you a bit more research though. I would kind of rather just build the basic houses and then upgrade as I go though. And then we still had some logs that I remember I kept, because I know we're going to be using logs like crazy. In fact, the first building that we're gonna build, like for production, is gonna be a woodshed. Because we need to get logs online as soon as possible. All right, while we have 16 sticks, since it is getting dark, I'm gonna build this little campfire right here. Just right in front of the house. If you light a campfire, you can sleep or craft food at your campfire. Just for a heads up. I'll probably sleep once the house is built. But I did want to let people know, if it does get too dark, I'll probably just end up sleeping before the house is done, which you can use with the campfire. But I mean, it also provides a little bit of a light. Uh-oh. I may have to kill this wolf. Oh, I have kind of low HP. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, it's coming. Don't do it. And he's running off. Come back. Ow. Wolves are kind of a pain to fight. So if I could stay away from them as early as possible, I would probably try to. But they do give you some meat, so if you need some food. The best early creatures to kill, I would say, if you want to get like the best loot for them and they won't completely destroy you, I would try and go for maybe rabbits, maybe foxes. Deer are kind of annoying to hunt down, so I don't really like to hunt deer down. Same with the moose, the meese. I think I'm gonna call that a good time to sleep since my torch is broken. We still have plenty of time to get the things that we want done. For this first season, we're gonna build a couple buildings and we're gonna get our first farm started. Because I feel like if you can get your farms started off like as soon as possible, food will not be a problem for you in this game. Also, be mindful of the trees. The trees can kill you. Do not let the trees fall on top of you. And then you start building things, you'll start getting research. Oh my gosh. You'll start gaining tech points for new buildings. So like if you look through like a lot of your buildings that you have, it'll be like, oh, not enough technology. You need 1500 for the house. You need 20 building to get the well, which is what we just got. The woodshed needs 100. Farm takes nothing. Oh, we're thirsty. I don't have anything to drink, so I'll have to go down to like a little river. Or get a well built. Yeah, the woodshed, in my opinion, is the most important production building. Like, I know some people prefer to build the hunting lodge first. I'm the opposite. I'm always building the woodshed first. Everything in this game costs wood from now until the end of time, so you might as well start gathering it when you can. Also, since I'm by this little creek, I'm gonna grab like 32 straw. That'll be enough for the next house. And maybe a little bit extra for the well. Some trees in this game give more wood than others. So like the white birch trees only give you like 2 logs. And I believe it's the maple trees that give you 4. And I think this should be everything. All right, we have our first house. Our first house, guys. But we're not done building. We're gonna build a well next. When we do eventually start getting to the point where we start crafting food, I think I want to have the well like directly next to the kitchen. So I'm gonna give a little bit of space for the well, like down the road. And we're gonna start building this. Now we have a well. So with the well, this is technically a work building. So you can assign a villager to it once you have a villager. But without the villager, you can also just go up to the well. This little shaft right here. You can craft buckets of water. Since I have 2 buckets of water, I'll craft them. And you can also drink. So we won't have to go to the creek anymore. right, let's place some things in our chest that we want to hold on to for later. Things that are maybe holding us down. So let's sort by weight. We'll put the buckets of water away. We'll keep the sticks. The dried meat will stay a little bit more fresh in this building, so we'll put all the food in here. We may have to go on another selling trip in the future, so I don't know which ones. Let's keep the simple bag. Because once you have villagers in your village, if you loot stolen items, you can lose rep in your village because it's a stolen item. So it's not really good to drop and keep picking up stolen items. Unless you have like a secret place that you can go to, like kind of like your house. I like to use the stolen tools first because they're going to break anyway. They're usually not full in durability. We'll put the bolts away, the fabric, the St. John's wort, the wheat, the feathers. Actually, let's put the shovel away. We don't need it. And the planks for sure. All right, that gives us a little bit more room to build some things. So the next thing we want to build is the woodshed. But clearly we can't build the woodshed. We don't have enough building points. So we're going to build a few other things first. I think another house would be pretty nice. We're going to need another house for our first villager we move in. Actually, let's set the field first, and then I'll kind of put the house down. So fields, farming fields. I'm just going to place a small field. Probably like a 5x5. All right, there's obstacles blocking it. 5x5. Nothing too big, nothing too small. Just a medium-sized field. I think one thing we actually didn't find was a hoe. So that's something we're gonna have to make. 1 log, 5 sticks for a hoe. But yeah, now we're just gonna be grubbing up our field, which is what you use the hoe for, essentially. You just hit each plot of fields until they get grubbed up. All right, we got our first field started. And we unlocked the food storage. Nice. Food storage is going to be important, but it's not going to be terribly important until we get a couple more villagers. Until then, we'll just place the food in their house. Yeah, see the food storage? Yeah, but we're going to build I want to build a second house. Directly next to the field. Let's take a trip into town. I got a couple things in my inventory that I can sell. My character is dirty. If you see that little brown symbol next to my health and food. I'm robbing this chest while I can. Rye grain, simple bag, leather gloves, wheat, and a wooden hammer. That's what you'll find inside the mill, by the way. Before Maslav goes to work. Excuse me, good sir. I'm even gonna wear these gloves. Eventually, we're gonna need to find some clothes for winter, but we're not near winter, so we don't have to worry about that. On top of selling a few things, we are going to buy some seeds. So I'm gonna pull this bag out. And inside the bag, this is how you basically seed your fields. We are in the spring right now, so we can plant pretty much everything. Normally in this instance, I would say, let's plant flax. Flax will make us the most money. But if we are talking about survival, let's do cabbage seeds. I think it's Markuslav. He'll sell cabbage seeds. Also, I'll sell this lodestone. That's free money. The sickle is terrible. And I'm just gonna buy 25 cabbage seeds and 25 fertilizer. It's gonna cost us a pretty penny, but it will be worth it in the long run. We won't have to buy seeds again. Now, you don't need to bathe first before buying and selling. If you're too dirty, they won't even talk to you in the first place. But yeah, just take a bath in your local river. Get yourself all cleaned up. Actually, while we're heading back, so this is where Piastovia is. This is the road that we take home. As you see, we're right here. So our little village is starting over here. But if you notice to the left, there's like some ruins to the west of our village or north of Piastovia. You'll find like ruined villages or like a couple houses or two. You'll just find overgrown, broken down houses. And when you see these, you better come over here and check what they got. Because you can find some pretty good valuables in these. Sometimes they'll put them on the second floor. I think that's where everything is on this building. Potion of instant healing, potion of saturation, oat beer. 84 coins, fur, and some more oat beer. And on the other side, you can see a little axe. I think there's some steps over here. Oh, and some eggs and feathers. There's a little nest. Sorry, bird. I'm gonna eat those. Copper axe and more beer bottles. Watch out for bandits. True. Sometimes there will be bandits in these houses. There are specific ones that I noticed they're in, so I think this one's relatively safe. But there are a few camps where bandits are just holed up in these houses and they will kill you. Ah, see, look at this. Potion of weight in the windowsill. I think that's everything in this house. Is there a little basement in the back? Yes, there's a basement here too. Sneaky, sneaky. Bronze shovel, a golden ring, 750 coins. That's pretty good. A large container with seeds, coins, pot plant seedlings, a bronze pickaxe, rye beer, mead, more rye beer. We're gonna be rich. Absolutely rich. There's another one up here too, I believe. Let's drop some things off in our chest and we'll go over there. Because we're getting a little encumbered. All right, our chest is full. So we may have to go start selling. I think we'll have enough room though. You can also drop items on the ground. All right, this camp. I want to say there's a good... The clay stuff is pretty mid. And I think that's it in this house. But this abandoned windmill over here, I think that's what it is. There's a little barrel under here with some buckets and some coins. Up here you'll find probably just this abandoned supplies, more beer, more coins. I hear a pig. Oh, hello pig. You wish to die? That was awful. Oh, there's two pigs. Can they use stairs? Oh no, they can use stairs. I'm trying not to get caught by them. Nope. They don't know what they're doing. Are they running off now? I think they're running off. The reason we need to get rid of them is there's some more loot in here and we don't want to get ambushed. There they are. And if you like ride their butt kind of, they can't really, they don't have the turn radius to get you. In that regard, animals are pretty easy to defeat. Aside from the wolves, they're a bit harder to keep up with. They're a lot faster. It looks like that other boar ran off. So let's skin this guy, grab our meat. In this mill right here, there's a little hidden door by all these bushes. In here, you'll find some arrows. You'll find a bow. A long fur hood. I guess this is more like an abandoned hunter camp. Pull everything out of the barrel. And I think there are also berry wine on this little cabinet, the dice set. Let me double check and make sure I got everything. I think we did. Now we're good to go. I'm gonna drop a couple things off on the ground in my house because there's no negative to dropping things on the ground. If you drop things on the ground, they don't despawn or anything, so don't be worried that things may despawn if you drop them. But let's get the farm finished, I think. We have the fertilizer on us. Simple bag should be in your tools. Pull out your simple bag and change your fields. Let's change it to fertilizer because we need to fertilize our fields first. As you work on your fields too, this will also increase your farming skill and your farming tech points, which will allow you to build even further. So you'll get like farm sheds, you'll get chickens, you'll get pigs, goats, cows, geese, and sheep. I think that was the last one I missed. All right, back to hoeing the land. We might need to make another hoe. Now I know people are sometimes worried about like the time sensitivity of this game. The only main thing we're worried about time sensitive for this season is getting the field done, which is why I'm kind of focusing on the field. Because at the end of the season, once your fields are completed and sown, at the start of the next season, all of your plants grow. So the idea is if we seed the cabbage seeds in this field, at the start of summer, we'll just have like a whole field of cabbage, so we won't have to worry about food. And then if we need to feed a villager, we won't have to worry about giving them anything. And also we unlock the farm shed. Next we'll change back to our simple bag. Do cabbage seeds. You can really do anything. Usually like to do flax because that makes the most money, and you can also use that to make like linen. Cabbage grows the fastest, so if you want fast food, cabbage is usually the way to go. Though you could do onions. Onions would also work. I've always just been a cabbage guy though, so I just throw down the cabbage. The nice thing is once we have a villager though, our villagers can be automated to do most of this themselves. So maybe like the first year, you won't have a lot of villagers. And I mean, for some players, they like to wait a little bit longer anyway. But I would much prefer getting us a villager as soon as possible. Especially with like 1 or 2, they're not very hard to manage. So I can kind of show everybody how easy it is. So that's our field. Our field is completely done till summer. But we do have some skill points we can spend. As we've been running around, we've been getting skill points. So if you go to the skill tab, we should have a few. I'm going to take Force of Nature to lower durability loss in axes. Skilled Farmer only matters if we are harvesting the fields. So I think I'd rather take Careful Farmer for now. You could take the 5% more XP if you want. And I guess we're going to take Insensitive for survival. Maybe we won't get too cold during the winter. So yeah, let's sleep. Let's do the last day of spring. Get a house built, maybe move the villager in, if possible. We're not going to have 100 in woodshed once we build the house, so we may need to build like a barn or a farm shed. A barn wouldn't be a terrible idea because we're going to need it for flax in the future, or turning manure into fertilizer. Which may be another thing we'll do today. Do we have berries just laying around? If you want to get if you want to get fertilizer relatively easy, just start picking berries. Get as many berries as you can. I think it's for every berry you get 1 rot, and for every 10 rot you get 1 manure, which turns into a fertilizer. So we need 250 berries if we want to have enough fertilizer for next season. Maybe deeper in this valley. Oh, that wolf is still there. He's gonna be causing me problems unless I do something to him. What is this? He killed a rabbit. I'm taking this. I'm taking your kill. Here, since it's the start of the day anyway, let's take a couple things that we want to go sell. I don't think we were gonna sell any of this, that's why we put it away. Yeah, let's walk back to Ostoya. Maybe we'll see some berry bushes along the way. Another thing I kind of skipped today was the notice board quests. at least for the season. I'll go stop by the notice board so I can show it off to you, but I usually skip the notice board the first season because I kind of need to get myself established. But I mean, there are a lot of quests that you can be doing in between this time. All right, but we're gonna sell bags, bottles, wine, all this useless junk, the clay stuff. Maybe we'll just keep the clay, the dice set, the golden ring. Keep the long fur hood. You're gonna need that for winter. But yeah, if you feel like you want to have a better weapon or you want to get better equipment, like this lady right here, Imislava, it might not be a bad idea like to buy like warm pants for winter. I'm gonna keep some money on me though, just in case, and then once winter shows up, if we're too cold, we'll pick up some extra clothing. Right now we have gloves and a hoodie, but that's probably not gonna be enough. We're gonna need like a shirt and some pants. But Markoslav, this guy's like my favorite vendor. He sells pretty much everything you're ever gonna need. If you're lazy and you want to get cheap logs, this guy sells like a log for a coin 50 each. In my opinion, a very valuable trade. I'll drop like 30 coins just so I can not have to cut down the next 6 or 7 trees. I'm saving myself the harm, and I'm saving myself a little bit of time. You like 10 by 10 fields, easy to calculate the amount of seeds you need. It's a lot easier to calculate, but at the same time, early on, if you don't have a lot of money, you're going to be dropping loads of money on fertilizers, lots of time and money on fertilizers and seeds. That's why we're doing something small for the first year. But you're totally right. In a normal instance, I would probably be doing a 50 to 100 size field. All right, we got house number 2 complete. So we just have 2 houses and a well. Our building still has a ways to go. We may need to build a barn. I'm gonna expand the road north. I'm looking at the little dial on my mini map at the top, going directly north. Another dead rabbit? Who's doing this? Is that wolf still there? You know what? We're gonna keep you there. This wolf is hunting rabbits and just giving them to me. What a swell guy. Maybe we'll do the resource storage. I think a resource storage would be a lot more valuable in this current point in time. Still have a few logs left. I might go buy more, to be honest. I don't know if I have more to sell, though. I found a moose. Here's some berries. And we got the hunting lodge. Just from basic survival, picking up berries. That's another good reason to pick up berries. If you pick up like berries, reeds, sticks, anything off the ground, rocks, you level your survival skill. And that will in turn help you unlock new buildings and stuff. All right, before this lady goes to sleep, I would like to buy things from you, herbalist lady. Ludmila. I can't really sell anything to you, but I would love to have... Stamina potions are so cheap. I'm gonna spend 90 coins on 5 stamina potions. The weight potions I'll survive without. In fact, give me all your stamina potions. With stamina potions, we'll never run out of stamina. Markoslav, you sell the other thing that we want. Markoslav sells... What did I want to buy from Markoslav? Nope, we got 23 logs left. Give me those logs. The sticks are also super cheap. The stones are also super cheap. You can go out and get them on your own as well. It'll also encumber you, so you got to be careful. But since the raw resources are super cheap, sometimes it's not a bad idea just to go pick a couple up offset your grind. But outside of the tavern, I guess this is the east part of the Ostoya wall. There's this little notice board right here. And at this notice board, you will have quests that you can do. Like murder of crows to kill 4 crows. Derwin wants simple torches and a bunch of stuff. Derwin wants stones. I could do this actually. I'm gonna take the stones one because I just bought stones. Derwin wants wooden hose. Derwin wants meat and carrots. And at the end of the season, if you pick up these quests, if you accept them, like press F and you accept them, and you don't do them, you will lose Dynasty reputation. So make sure not to pick any quests up that you don't plan to do. So I took the stones quest because Derwin is like literally right here. And I have 12 stones on me. So I can just talk to him. Here's your stones. I probably lost some coins, but I gained 50 Dynasty rep for doing it, so. We can also invite a villager. It is the beginning of the season. I don't know if it's... I think we may wait, but they may swap out tomorrow. So if you hold inspect mode, I think it's Alt for PC. I think it's a D-pad button or maybe one of the sticks down for a console. You can actually look at their stats and what they have. What we want is an extractor, somebody with 3 and that little mining pick symbol. Everybody has 1. Czechoslav has 2. So we don't want any of these guys. So I'm going home. So yeah, thanks for watching this first spring season. If you'd like to see more, be sure to pay the king's tax of 1 like or 1 sub. And I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.